Good evening, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Tonight, we just moved the cows onto a fresh new paddock, and it's raining every day. We've got extremely wet conditions, but we've got our friend here, the Kentucky 31 fescue, the stuff that everybody hates and is trying to kill and spray off their farm. Look what it's doing for us. Everybody around me, folks, is feeding hay. What are our cows eating tonight? Stockpile forage that was grown this fall. I wanted to show you what was on the other side of the field here. So we put them on here this morning. This is a 12-hour graze. Look at this. Now those are 1,000-pound cows. We've got probably some 4-inch divots out there. But what did I say about divots? We've got 4 million little farm ponds out there. And so all those little divots are going to hold water. What do we need water for? To grow more grass this spring. So we're going to have a lot of water catchability here. It's not going to end up over in that creek. We do have some guests here. Tim agreed to go on video. His wife's a little camera shy, which is fine. I understand that. But Tim and his wife came to buy a guard dog from us. They're from Ohio. And so they got to build some fence with us this morning, putting up some sheep fence. And they wanted to come and do a cattle move tonight. I was just going to ask Tim, was it pretty tough moving those cows, Tim, into this new paddock?
It wasn't tough at all. In fact, the tough was in my head. I was thinking that we're going to be out here for a couple hours, and it took 30 seconds, 45 seconds tops just to put the fence back. And it was incredible. What the little thing you've got going on with these, it's like magic. And then
Did the animals act like they were freaked out by you all when you came into the herd? Were they scared of you?
No, not at all. In fact, I was a little intimidated by them because obviously they're big animals, but they paid no attention to us whatsoever.
Yeah.
They were just so happy jumping around, and it was just like kids in candy shop, because this is their candy shop.
Well, one of the sounds that I heard your wife was saying, what did we hear? We were standing in the middle of the herd a while ago. What was the sound we were hearing?
Basically silent lawnmowers. All you're hearing is just a snap of the grass, and the cows just being cows.
Doing what they do best.
Doing what they do best for our hundreds of years.
And I heard your wife was talking about how happy the cows seemed, how they're frolicking.
Yeah, she pointed out several about how they would jump across the field there, and it's like there's nothing chasing them.
Yep.
They're just happy just to be here, and kind of happy like us.
Yeah.
Being here.
Yeah. Well, you know, when animals get to be moved twice a day onto fresh green grass, when everything else is standing in mud, that's a pretty good life.
It is.
And I feel like we need to respect our animals, give them the best life that we can. And as grazing managers, herdsmen, when we go to bed at night, we should feel good about that.
Absolutely.
And you all are running sheep, is that correct?
Correct. We've got some Katahdins that we just started with, and we've been loyal YouTube followers of you, and this has piqued our interest even more, especially with the livestock guardian dog. And we wanted to come up here and experience and just be sponges and get as much experience as possible, because you have it going on. You're doing very well with this, and you can just tell by the animal behavior, let alone, your fields.
Yeah, yeah. Well, people come and they see it and they're like, well, you weren't lying to us. This is the real deal.
Yeah, that's correct. And just the minimal amount of time and effort and the items that you have out here in the field. I mean, there's no hard fences put up. There's, unlike back home where I've got rolls and rolls of fence already established and all. Man, I look at all this and really look at all the time I could have saved if I'd known this ahead of time.
Yeah. All the money you could have spent, didn't need to spend on infrastructure.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
No more money's going to be spent on that.
Yeah. Well, Tim, I was going to hold my hat off to you. Tim's going to be retiring next year. You've been a policeman in Cincinnati?
Yes, sir. I've been a police officer.
30-some years?
It'll be 32 years altogether in police work, yes, sir.
And you ran a canine unit for how many years?
I was a canine officer. I ran 2 dogs for 17 years.
Yep. And you're also a member of the SWAT team there?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Well, he was telling me today about one of the what you got to pass to be on a SWAT member. They got to tase you, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's just one of the small things that you have to do, our physical agility and a lot of the training you have to go through. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into it.
Yeah, you were showing me a video of a guy that got tased, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I could be a SWAT member. I had to go through that.
Well, it's kind of like like this hot wire, actually. You know, except that it's 5 seconds long compared to one and done with your hot wire. It's like,
yeah,
5
yeah.
seconds is too long enough.
I just want to hold off my hat to you, Tim. Thank you for your service.
Well, I appreciate that, and I really, it's an honor to have served my community for as long as I have. And
wow.
I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Man, you all are awesome, and I have the highest amount of respect for what you've done.
I appreciate the support, Greg.
Yes, well, thank you. But back to the livestock here. Looks like we're going to be wrapping up here. This is, they were making the comment a while ago that, I've had people ask me what my retirement plan is. And I said, I worked in town for 30 years to do this the rest of my life. This is my retirement plan, folks. It doesn't take a lot to do this. It's not a lot of physical. I mean, once you get your fences set up in your water, literally we open this gate up there by that foliar that right there. That's it.
30 seconds, they were across.
You said 30 seconds, yeah. And they were all just ran through that gate. So it doesn't take a lot of time. You get you some land, get the fence put in, get your water, and get you some animals, and get them broke to hot wire, and you're on your way. But don't get the monster cows, they'll kill you. When I say kill you, they'll eat too much, and they'll tear up your farm. They're just too heavy. They punch ground. Folks, if we had 1,400-pound cows, this punch mark right here is about 4 inches deep. If we had a 1,400-pound cow on the end of that hoof, that would be about 12 inches deep. And they're literally punching your sod. This is fescue sod right here. They're burying it. It's not going to come back. All you're going to have there is weeds for the next 10 to 12 years. Folks, they've destroyed your farm. And you're going to have a sacrifice paddock to put those animals in. So if you don't have the small cows, you better have a sacrifice lot to put your cows into when it gets really wet. But I love this view here. All the cattle are spread out. Look at that. They're all feeding themselves tonight. And it's February 10th, and nothing is eating hay. And they're getting fat. They're getting fat on fescue. And there's some clover in here too. We're going to move them again tomorrow morning. They're going into this next paddock. We've already got the wire up. And we're going to keep going north. I think we're going to be here probably another 2 weeks, and then we're going to do a road drive to the Judy farm. But this is Greg Judy sign off. I just want to give a shout out to all my YouTubers. Thank you all for watching the videos. And don't forget, when you click on the video, if you like it, please hit subscribe. That just shows support for what we're doing and get the word out there. Maybe get more views from other people, because YouTube, the creators, actually recommend videos that have more views, or more subscribers. So yeah, let's get the word out. We don't need to give our money to everybody in town. We need to learn how to manage the animals, manage the land, fence and water, and keep all the money in our pocket. That's what it's about, making a healthy living while regenerating soil with healthy food. Folks, everyone, this is Greg Judy sign off. Have a good one.